Hi, and welcome to Lippy Presents Ghost News Network. Today is our paranormal discussion, and we kind of want to talk about something a little different. As you guys know, coronavirus has been sweeping the world. A lot of people have been getting sick and things like that, and with the whole quarantine thing and stuff like that, social distancing, the question I pose is, and the discussion is, what do we think about that? Do you think people, now that they're all like, not trapped at home, but trapped at home, are they having more paranormal experiences in their house? Are they noticing more things? I can speak for myself. I've noticed more things since I've been stuck in the house more. It just seems like it's picked up recently. I don't know if it's because certain other people are in the house and attention and stuff like that or what. But what do you guys think?
I mean, from my house, I haven't really experienced any increase or anything like that. I've definitely been home more. I haven't really been working. I work from home now, obviously, but I haven't noticed anything. As far as our organization and our department with the case requests, we haven't gotten them. It's been quiet. So, I mean, I don't know. It could be quiet also because people know
We can't know who's coming.
we ain't coming right now.
They don't want us in their house right now either.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's a mutual thing. We don't want to go to your house. You don't want us to come into your house. So, it's interesting because I remember a couple of people saying at the end of last year that this year we're entering into the fifth dimension. The veil's going to be wide open. There's going to be high increase in paranormal activity. And I'm like, okay. Which now makes sense because when you think about it, over the past couple weeks, everything's at a dead standstill.
Right.
No one's investigating anywhere.
Right.
You know, if you are, it's very at a small scale level.
Right.
Rogers Mansion, we've literally done every month for over a year.
Right.
Last month, well, this month, our event was canceled. Next month, our event's canceled.
Right.
Now, that's 2 months where we're not in there.
Right.
I feel when we go back, it's going to be fucking crazy. Same thing with Halsey. You know, we haven't been in there since, what, October?
Yeah.
When we go back, bam, you know, it's going to be active. On top of our other sites, now normally we take a break in the winter, you know, but I don't know. A lot of these sites aren't getting seen. You know, people aren't going, you know, out as much now. So it should be interesting.
I'm curious to see what kind of spikes we get in cases after the quarantines are lifted.
That's I mean, I could see what that's something that we say is why do we investigate at nighttime? You know, that's one of the things that people ask us, and it's that's when people are realizing things are happening because during the daytime. You're not home, you're working, or if you are home on like a Saturday, because that's your day off, you're busy doing the laundry, you're running around cleaning. You're not paying attention to anything. But now that everyone's home more, they're probably noticing some things. And I'm wondering if it's going to boost our cases when this is all over. I would say it would make sense, you know, on paper, that's what makes sense. So we'll see. I mean, I can't really tell right now, but it's something I'd love to come back to and say, you know, if all this blows over in the next month and a half, 2 months, 5 months from now, I'd love to hit this back up and be like, holy shit, we've been nonstop. Right. You know, just to see. But right now, we just don't know.
This is the pretext discussion.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll have the post after.
Right.
And first and foremost, a little hand sanitizer.
Coughed on that, and it was a real dry cough.
So, you know, we're talking about locations we've investigated, we investigate, you know, Rogers and whatnot, but we're not going to
Fucking guys stuff.
make sure you wash your hands.
Washy.
Think about how many
Washy,
places
happy.
right now are completely abandoned. Places that are never abandoned. I mean,
Yeah.
schools, libraries, public
Right.
buildings, you know, like, that there's always something going on in these places, and all of a sudden now there's not. And you gotta figure, some of these places, there's gonna be people in, you know, I'm sure janitors are still gonna be going to these places, stuff like that. You know, when do you usually hear and experience stuff when no one else is there. So
Right.
makes you wonder,
It's a good call.
cause and effect.
That's-
So
I like
Yeah.
that. I like you're talking about some of these museums that they might close 1 or 2 days out of the week, but now they're closed, like
Right.
shut down. There might be one person that maybe goes in there, a director or something. So it's interesting, and I'm curious to see what kind of stuff we get after this.
not to go full Old Testament here, but in addition to the coronavirus, there's some other stuff going on in the world too that no one's really talking about right now. I mean, there's been a ton of fairly large earthquakes all over the world in places where they don't have them.
The Australian brush fire.
Which is interesting on that aspect alone, because when you talk about opening up the veil, one of my theories with residual hauntings that get embedded into time, whether it be the rock formations that are in that area, you need a mechanism of release. And one of the mechanisms of release would be tectonic plate shifting, earthquakes, and that all it needs is that mechanism. Bam, it comes out. So.
And then there's large unexplained locust swarms in
I was
Africa.
gonna say, wasn't there like huge swarms of locusts?
That's another one of the the pestilences out there from the Bible.
Right.
And then like I heard the other
That's
day.
it, Ray. There have been rising from the grave.
I don't think that scene has been going through my mind a lot lately.
That's mine too.
And then I read the other day in Yellowstone Park, Old Faithful. That's a super volcano underneath Yellowstone Park.
Yeah.
There's been some unusual activity there lately. So, and that's bad news if that one ever goes.
That's a big problem. Oh yeah,
So
that's a big
there's
problem.
even a coronavirus aside, there's some stuff going on so far this year. So it kind of makes you wonder if it ties into the whole, thinning of the veil and going into the fifth dimension. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Definitely a transition.
On a paranormal aspect, it is pretty crazy. I've never witnessed this in my life. Most people haven't. We've gone through small epidemics, swine flu, the West Nile virus, the Ebola virus. Nothing like everything is shut down. Like, we did a day trip last week. Normally we'd spend 3 hours on just driving. No traffic. It blew right through everything. I'm like, right now, prime time to do a New York City trip.
yeah.
Because you're going to get your best shots. There's no people, no cars, nothing.
You're also
Unfortunately,
probably gonna get
the
coronavirus.
worst place to be is in Manhattan right now. But, it's insane. There's no one on the roads. I worked a couple days last week and driving in, it's just like, nobody's out here. 9 o'clock in the morning, LIE is bumping a bumper. There's no one out there. It's crazy. It's pretty wild. So if that doesn't open something up for paranormal stuff, I don't know what would.
Somebody took a picture of the skyline of Georgia, and they put it next to the backdrop of the first episode of The Walking Dead. When Rick's riding a horse. It's more dead now than it was during The Walking Dead.
Oh God.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's pretty serious. I mean, for everything that's shut down and closed like this, I mean, even during some of the craziest events I've lived through, 9/11, I worked that day. Nothing shut down. Everything was still open. We had the blackout. I mean, shit, we were still open. Hurricane Sandy. I drove to work in the outskirts of that hurricane the next day to Sports Authority. We've gone through crazy shit, and nothing ever shut down like this. This is insane. We had literally a terrorist attack on our country, and nothing shut down.
Well, college just did, because I was at Hofstra University and we closed down. I remember that.
But you didn't close for fucking 3 weeks.
No.
I mean, you
No.
closed for 2 days.
Yeah,
you know,
something
like
that. It wasn't
my
major.
but nothing close. But the roads weren't
Yeah,
empty.
chopped it.
The roads weren't empty. None of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everything was still out and open. I worked at that. Nothing was shut down. I mean, it wasn't like this. This is crazy. This is no joke. I've never.
It's wild.
Never.
It's wild. We were overdue. Historically, we were overdue.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it could be worse. I guess there could be a lot more deaths. I mean, I
It's
don't know.
not over yet.
It's
And
not. It's
like,
true.
We
We're
haven't
still-
even peaked yet.
We're still in the
We haven't
middle of
even
it.
peaked yet,
It's true.
so.
We'll see where
We'll see.
we all end up. But everybody just stay safe. You know,
Stay
practice
home, watch our
social
videos.
distancing.
Hey.
Catch up. There's a great episode on ghost loop people enjoy.
That's right.
So yeah, practice social distancing and just
As social distance, we're 2 feet apart from each other. You know.
that's 2 feet. That's 2 feet further than
I
normal.
still say it doesn't matter if you're in a room. I'm gonna tell you right now, 6 feet, 2 feet ain't gonna mean shit. If I cough, I'm gonna hit the 10 feet across the room, so it's not gonna matter. So.
But yeah, so everybody just stay safe out there and buckle down, and hopefully this will all blow over soon. Go to the Winchester, have a pint, wait for this whole thing to blow over. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and if you haven't yet, give this video a like, share, and subscribe. And you can also click the little notification bell to know when all of our content is uploaded to YouTube. Thank you again for joining us on the latest edition of Ghost News Network, and until next time, take care guys.